So I was driving once in South Africa, in Johannesburg, somewhere near Sandton, many years back. And I had my family in the car. I used to drive a Toyota Corolla, now I've upgraded to a Camry, mashallah. So this little car, and I stopped at the traffic light, and some woman bashed into me at the back. And my vehicle was filled with our bags, our belongings, because we drove down from Zimbabwe to South Africa. And I was going to visit a certain town where I was due to deliver a talk. And that was going to happen in about 4 or 5 hours, and the town was about 2 hours away from where I was. And so they damaged my car from the back, and I'm thinking to myself, now what's going to happen? I came out, and this woman was sitting in her vehicle looking at this guy with a beard coming out of the car, She's just looking. And I smiled and I said, hi, how are you? And then she said, oh, okay, meaning this is something different. She expected someone to come out and start screaming and yelling, and I didn't. And then she came out of the vehicle and she says, you know what, I'm so sorry, I'm really so sorry, I don't know what happened. And she said whatever she wanted. I said, no, relax, calm down. I said, look, I'm a foreigner here, I don't know what should happen. Tell me, what's the system? You know what? When I was becoming a hafiz of the Quran, we used to repeat verses of the Quran. I promise you, she knew what to do, like she has repeated it about 500 times. And I just looked at her and said, I wonder how many cars this woman has damaged. Yeah, I was shocked, subhanAllah. I'm thinking, she told me, you got to wait for the police, you got to dial this number, they probably won't answer, but if they do, they're going to come here after about 2 hours. And I'm like, gosh, she's been down this avenue so many times, man. Subhanallah. Then she says, then they'll come back, then we've got to do this, we've got to go to the police, they're going to take diagrams, we've got to go to the police station, give our statements, we've got to get the insurance running and what. And I'm sitting and I'm thinking, wow, there's people sitting in that masjid there waiting for me. And here I am. I told a sister, it's okay. I'll go, you go. I'll fix my car, you fix yours. Goodbye. I forgive you. She was like, huh? In my mind, I calculated the damage. I thought, this is $1,000 damage, right? It's a lot of money, but the damage of me delaying and wasting time and waiting for so many hours for the police and the traffic being held back and so on, I still believe that in the first world countries, they should actually come with a helicopter if the accident is on the highway, and they should take their diagrams and photographs from the top, and then they should pluck the vehicles up and move them aside from the top. Because I'm shocked, I've traveled to many first world countries and I see one accident, someone's bumped someone and the traffic goes back kilometers upon end. Inshallah, a day will come when someone's in charge of the traffic department and they decide we're going to use helicopter, we're going to come down, we're actually going to take the vehicles from the top, clamp them and move them aside so that the traffic can keep moving. Takbir! Wow, I really hope that happens. Inshallah, it will start with Australia, inshallah. Because it's so irritating, you have one slight tip and you know what happens? The people are delayed for hours, kilometers of traffic jam because of someone who knows how to recite what will happen after the accident, subhanAllah. So anyway, I told her forgive. Meantime, jumped into the vehicle. Oh yeah, she got my number by the way. She said, no, I need your number, just in case something happens, people don't believe me. And truly so, when she got back to work, she was heavily insured. I didn't know that, but they just didn't believe that they thought she bumped a wall because no one will just come and say, I forgive you, go away, So, as I was leaving that place, I called the brothers where I was going that evening. And I said, listen, I've made a little accident. Someone's bumped into me. There is a bit of damage. They said, no, don't worry. We'll wait for you. One of the brothers has a little, some curry. They have a little panel beating place and they will do it for you. I said, oh, that's good, mashallah. So I arrived there, Salatul Asr. I dropped my vehicle off and they gave me a complimentary car. I went back, we did the muhadara in the masjid, spent the night there. At Salatul Fajr, I had like a brand new vehicle in front of me. In fact, at Isha, the brother came to me a little bit later. He said, look, your car is done. We're just putting it in the oven. And I thought only cakes went into the oven, but actually cars go there as well. We're just waiting, we're just putting it in the oven. Now what happens with the cake? When you put it in the oven, what happens to it? It actually rises, right? I thought I'd come back with an SUV or something, but they gave me back my Corolla, subhanallah. I needed a minivan, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But it was painted, it was done, it had new magrams, it had new lights, spotlights, everything. Wow! I thought to myself, subhanallah, I'll get this knocked a little bit more sometimes. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. And I was done, gone. Following day, I receive a call from the boss of this lady asking me, sir, I believe this has happened. I said, yes, it did. I said, okay, so, would you like us to repair your car because it's fully insured and so on? I said, listen, my car is done, repaired, everything, brand new, spanking. They did not believe me. They did not believe me. Now, the reason I'm making mention of this is sometimes we need to weigh the pros and cons. You see, had I sat there and waited, I would have got my car fixed and it